Cool. All right. Hey, Sam here from Dragonforce, your favorite power metal band. Um, Looking more handsome than I usually do because of the new Zoom settings. So there you go. Great, actually. Yeah, I really like it. It's funny because I mean, like every band always says, "Oh, we're just so happy to finish it because we've been working on it for ages." But it is definitely the case. I mean, well, I started working on that right when lockdown started, which is a long time ago. I think it was like 2000 and February 2020. Is that when everyone kind of
Yes.
went home? And but yeah, in the end, it turned out good. So long answer to say that yes, I do like our album, and it's more heavy and more melodic than all the other ones. Actually, it's yeah, that old classic line. It's actually light. I'd love to say one day it's actually lighter and less melodic, but that's not really true
It's not
either.
really true, is it?
Yeah, for sure. And I think well, we released the first two songs, Power of the Triforce, which is like songs that are about Zelda and stuff, because we all like that game. And then we released Doomsday Party, which are they're both a little bit different for us. And but you know, it's like, and we had a few people going, oh, well, that doesn't sound like Dragonforce. But it's like if we release another 200 BPM song, which is our kind of standard Dragonforce style, everyone goes, oh, it sounds the same as everything else. So you honestly can't win. But I mean, depends how much you care about people's reading comments on YouTube. So but yeah, no, it's definitely, I think it's like with all our albums, we always try and just keep our same style, because obviously we actually like playing that style as the main reason. I mean, I still love playing fast 200 BPM power metal even after 20 years. It's still like my favorite kind of music. And then we'll try and chuck a few other things in, just to not be, you know, like our first two albums, every single song was fast. And but at that point I had never written fast power metal songs before, so I had a million ideas and I wanted them all to be fast. So, you know, now 20 years later, I don't mind throwing in a mid-tempo song like Power of the Triforce or the Doomsday Party. We got one other slower one, which is, but they're still heavy. So it's just, but I just think that like every album, we've always, like I said in the previous answer, like we will try and keep all the original things that people like about Dragonforce and what we like about it, and bring in a bunch of new stuff too, which is what we've done here as well. So there's definitely stuff we've never done before, which is, I think, if you don't at least do some things you've never done before, then it's kind of boring. So yes, I fully agree with our press release.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it's a concept album. It's more in the same way. I was thinking about this actually too, because I thought, well, I mean, everything on there we like, but I thought, well, when you think about Iron Maiden, Power Slave, for example, you think, oh, it's an Egyptian themed album, but it's actually not. There's songs about World War II. There's songs about like, what's the one about the sword fighting, the duelist or whatever. So actually, if you think about it, and then there's 2 minutes to midnight, and actually, even though that cover art makes you think it's an Egyptian concept, and there, you know, Live After Death tour was that too. Actually, all the songs on the album are quite different and about different topics, and I think that's kind of what we wanted to go for with this. And no, it wasn't actually. That was came from Herman, which is so I said, oh, I wanted to do something for my generation. I was like, you know, because Taylor Swift's obviously the younger generation, and I'm an old bastard. But yeah, no, Herman. I think the story Herman told me, because I was saying, why don't you don't like Taylor Swift? So what are we doing that for? And he was going, no, it's quite good, because he had a daughter about 4 years ago, and apparently that was the only thing he could play to get it to go to sleep. So he ended up knowing a load of Taylor Swift songs, and he was like, "Oh, they're not too bad actually." So he was like, "Oh, we'll pick a Taylor Swift song and we'll turn it into a Dragonforce." So I was like, "All right," and I had to listen to a few of them, and I thought that one was kind of catchy actually. I thought, well, I never take anything for granted. You know, you never know, like, when people won't like you anymore. But thankfully, we're still going 20 years later and making a decent living at it. So it's been amazing. I couldn't. I always tell people I feel so lucky that I got to do this and not have to get a job. At least this. I thought there was some blokes in the background, but
That's a photo. It's pretty cool, eh?
yeah, no, I thought what that I thought there was some blokes behind you for a minute, and then I thought, well, they're not doing much.
They're
So yeah, you
smart.
had me fooled for about 2 minutes.
I'll take 2 minutes. That's a win.
Well, that's all. But that's all right because people will probably get bored after 2 minutes watching this interview. So they'll be, oh well, that's, you've got some mates.